Namaste to everybody. Hi guys and welcome. Today's message is about free will. Do we really have free will? And I'm gonna dive deeper into the topic and I'm gonna share with you guys what my experience is on free will or determinism. Now, if you're into the YouTube channel, feel free to subscribe, leave a comment, that's appreciated. And if you wish to work with me on a one-on-one level and really get to expand your spiritual nature at a deeper level, feel free to contact me at my at my email address in the description below. Now, I believe that yes, free will is real. And free will is actually higher consciousness. Okay, so when we are stepping into our true nature, we realize that our true being, our true guidance, Christ consciousness is actually free will. Okay, and I believe that our higher selves is guiding us based on our free will. Okay, so our birthright is to be free. Okay, being free is our birthright. And it's so important to realize that yes, you have free will. Now, I believe that everything that is happening exactly as it is meant to happen. And this may be the idea of a destiny. This may be the idea of determinism. But I believe that they are actually interconnected. Okay, so free will and determinism, they are interconnected. It means that yes, you have a choice and you have the freedom to choose anything that you desire. You have the freedom to be anything that you desire. And with these choices, with these conscious choices, you have the ability to co-create your destiny. Okay, so yes, from my perspective, free will is real, and free will is actually a high state of consciousness. Because what I'm realizing was the fact that when I was in a lower vibration, when I was not connected to my intuition, I was actually not operating from free will. So I'm seeing that the more that I'm raising my frequency and the more that I'm becoming more conscious of my true essence, is the more that I'm actually accessing free will. So it's so important to stay connected to your intuition, because your free will is happening based on your intuition, and free will is happening based on of the consciousness of the present moment. Okay, so realize that yes, you have free will, and again, free will is such a powerful state of consciousness to be into. It is actually a higher awareness. It is the consciousness of the higher self. It is actually Christ consciousness. Okay, so the consciousness of Christ is about the free will to step into the vibration of love. Okay, so a lower state of consciousness would be about not having the free will. When you are in a low vibration, it feels like your ego is taking over. It feels like your thoughts are taking over. But when you cleanse your energy and when you become more pure, you realize that free will is such a powerful state of consciousness to be into. And today's purpose is about making you guys realize that you have the freedom to be and choose to do anything that you desire. Okay, so the more that you raise your levels of consciousness and the more that you step into your true essence, you realize that you are actually free. Okay, you are actually free. Okay, so being free is your birthright, and the more that you are accessing the consciousness of the free will, is the more that you are accessing the consciousness of the fifth dimension. Okay, so in 5D, what predominates is actually love and free will. Okay, love and free will. And I'm realizing that the more that I'm stepping into the vibration of love, the more that I'm raising my energy, my vibration, is the more that I'm accessing my freedom. So if you really want to access the consciousness of the free will, raise your levels of awareness, become more present, become more focused, and also silence the mind and step into the body. Okay, I believe that the body has wisdom. The body has its own intelligence. And again, guys, the higher self, our true being, is always guiding us based on free will. Now, the negative side would guide you based on determinism. So I believe that there are maybe entities at work. There is a darker force that when we are becoming a vibrational match to it, would guide us based on determinism, would steal away our free will. So it's so important to really respect your intuition. It's so important to go deeper within your own heart and make the conscious choice that is based on freedom. So I believe that free will is real, but when we are lowering our vibration, when we are entering a negative energy, it feels like we don't have the freedom necessary. Okay, it feels like we don't have the consciousness necessary. And from my perspective, it's so important to raise our levels of consciousness in such a way that we actually become free. So remember, you do have free will, but at the same time, you don't need to operate against cosmic principle. Okay, you don't need to operate against cosmic principle. I believe that there are laws in the universe that are constantly being at work. And when you lower your vibration, when you are doing something that is against cosmic principle, you are also denying your free will. Okay, you are also stepping into a lower vibration. And I have experienced this myself when I was trying to put my ego in front and maybe hurt others. Then I didn't have free will, and then things have returned to me. So my suggestion is raise your consciousness in such a way, raise your vibration in such a way that you are actually operating in alignment with cosmic principle, that you are actually operating in alignment with universal principle and love. Okay, so for example, cause and effect, whatever you send out there will come back into your own state of consciousness. And of course you have the free will to send anything out there, but remember, the law is always working, the principle is always working, the cosmic law is always working. So yes, you have freedom to be anything that you desire, but at the same time express love, express purity, express your intuition. And I believe that our natural state is actually love, our natural state is actually positivity, our natural state is freedom. Okay, so I'm seeing that cosmic principle is always at work and cosmic principle is always working. Okay, so the more that you tune your consciousness into the intelligence of the cosmos, is the more that you realize that your consciousness is working based on cosmic principle. And when you are not respecting this cosmic principle, then you won't have the freedom. Okay, so it's all energy, it's all working based on vibration. The more that you send something positive, is the more that you will get that in return. Okay, so yeah, free will and determinism are in a way interconnected, and I believe that we are always experiencing what we need to experience. Okay, maybe there is no wrong path into your life. Okay, you are always where you need to be. And when you realize these things, is the more that you have the opportunity to actually trust your freedom, trust where you are, trust your consciousness, trust your creative process, trust that everything that has happened in your life has happened with higher purpose. Okay, so in a way, free will and determinism, free will and destiny are interconnected. And yes, with your free will, you are actually creating your destiny. But at the same time, again, don't operate against cosmic principle, don't operate against love, don't operate against fair stuff. Okay, so my suggestion is go ahead and seek purity. And I believe that when we are pure, we are also accessing the consciousness of the free will. We are also accessing the consciousness of Christ. You know, we are also stepping into the fifth dimension. We are also stepping into our unique self-expression, which is actually based on love. Okay, so yes, love is all there is. And with your free will, you have the opportunity to really raise your awareness into the state of love, into the state of higher consciousness. Okay, now don't get me wrong, sometimes you may get stuck in a lower vibration and it feels like there are choices that you need to do. It feels like maybe sometimes you don't have the free will necessary. But my suggestion is raise your consciousness in such a way that you actually become free. Listen to your intuition, that is your higher self. Okay, so yes, I believe that free will is real, but at the same time, maybe also destiny is real. Now, what I believe to happen is the fact that nothing is actually set in stones. Okay, it means that things are constantly changing. things are constantly moving, okay? And with your choices, you are actually influencing these things, okay? So there are infinite future parallel realities, and with the choices that you are making in the present moment based on your free will, you're actually influencing those future parallel realities, okay? Now, my suggestion is make the choice that is based on love. Make the choice that feels the best in your body. That is how to access a higher state of consciousness. That is how to begin to co-create your reality based on future potent parallel possibilities, okay? So yes, free will and destiny are interconnected, and it's so important to make the choice that feels good. It's so important to step into your own evolution and make the choice that is actually influencing your reality in a positive way. Now guys, thanks so much for watching, and this was today's message regarding free will. I believe that yes, free will is real, but at the same time we must be careful what we choose, because some things may influence your reality in a negative way. So my suggestion is operate from purity, operate from forgiveness, operate from making the call that feels good in your intuition and into your gut. Remember, free will is actually a high state of consciousness. Free will and love is Christ consciousness. The more that you are raising your vibe into love, is the more that you realize that you have the freedom to choose anything that you desire. Guys, thanks so much for watching, and this was today's message about free will. Free will is the guidance that is happening based on Christ consciousness. Free will is the consciousness of love and of freedom. Respect your free will. Again, at the same time, don't operate against cosmic principle. Don't operate based on expressing your negative side into the world, because that may affect you in a negative way. I love you so much, much peace, and see you on what is coming up next. Bye bye.